Well, good evening. Hello, bring the microphone over here. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm sorry I'm running a little late tonight. I just got scammed on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll tell the story after the readings. So, for those who don't want to hear the story, they don't have to sit through it, through all of this. But if you're interested in hearing the story, I'm happy to tell it, and I will do that after the readings. So tonight I'm using so this is a reading for Wednesday, March 5th, number 5 in a series of 30. April, June, and November. 31, sorry. Tonight I'm using the gorgeous, one of my favorite decks ever. It's called Pam's Delight. It's available at the Game Crafter. It's a recolorized RWS without titles. Um, and it was funny because when I first bought this, I think I didn't realize it didn't have titles. And so, and I was still really new at this, so I'm still guessing it. What the heck? Oh, yeah. What the heck cards were. So hopefully we won't run into that problem, although I do mix up. I think you've seen it. I occasionally mix up the Five of Cups and the Hermit. And sometimes I miss see a king or a queen. I try to correct it before I screw it up too far, but go with me. Anyways, this is a great deck from Game Crafters. It comes with a linen finish style, very slick. The nice part about it is it's not super slicky, but it's very slick, and I love it. And I love the coloration on the backs. Aren't they pretty? Oh my gosh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's get started. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I love it when I drop the Two of Wands when I'm doing this because it's like a sign that I'm on the right path. Looking, looking to the future. See what we're gonna be. Why are these all turning around like that? Stop it. Anyways, so let's go. This for Wednesday, March 5th. Star and Flurry. And we will also, I forgot to mention, we will also do a, put that deck down. We'll pull an Oracle card from the Mystic Soul Oracle deck as well. I just can't get enough of this deck. Called the Mystic Soul Oracle deck by Christina Mitchell. Available at Etsy. Link down below. Okay, fire signs. What are we up to tomorrow? Ooh. I don't remember what we talked about yesterday, but I think this is a good thing. Oh, look at that! What a cool reading. So you're on your high horse in a good way. I don't think you're kind of marching along in full of yourself or anything. You specifically because you are surrounded by the Six of Pentacles, which is very much a give and take. I think it was oh oh I'm totally drawing a blank on her name. But I just love her. I watch her all the time. Anyway, she was talking this morning about this. Was it this morning about the Six of Pentacles and how it's frequently looked at as a charitable card? But I agree with her. She kind of said I think of it more as a push pull, a give take, an equal a use of equal resources and needs, going back and forth. So I think and look at this plan is set and organized and ready to go. So I think you're gonna have a great day tomorrow, and I think that you've got people on your side, people willing to help because you have helped them, and it's gonna be a big win. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're up to, it might even be a little win, but it doesn't matter because hello, that's a beautiful read. And your oracle card. Hold on, your oracle card today is. I keep getting the same ones. It's warmth again. Well, I'll leave it there. I keep thinking I'm not shuffling them enough. I mean, we've had this. I think we've had this card like 3 days, but apparently it's in the wind for you today. Fire signs. PWS. I think I have um, memorized it by now, but your inner fire radiates from within, emitting love and compassion. Those around you bask in the glow of your light. The card represents a nurturing energy that surrounds and comforts us, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all beings and the presence of divine love that lives in our hearts. Warmth brings you healing, happiness, and emotional well-being. Affirmation: I am the beacon of warmth and love. I radiate kindness towards myself and others, creating a safe space wherever I go. And there it is, right there. It's all there. Well done. Well done, fire signs. You're going to have a good day tomorrow. Okay, next up, water signs. Get this. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What are you up to today? Or tomorrow, sorry. Waiting for tomorrow. Because I have kind of a lot of frantic energy going on inside of me right now because of what happened today. So I'll tell you all about it. Six of Swords. Two of Wands. It looks like you've made some decisions. I think it may be that a plan has been reworked and twisted just a little bit. I think you may have. It almost like you've gone. You were ready to move on from what you were doing and feeling good about this, and you had your sights set on a way that was going to go, and something's amiss. I don't know what it is, and I'm really sorry to see this, but I think something's amiss, and you may choose to up and just say, no, that's not going to happen. Either no, this isn't going to happen, or I don't want to be a part of it. It's hard to say. But look, nobody's facing the camera, so to speak. Everybody's looking away. So maybe all the more reason to spend a little more time on this. Spend a little time on the planning. See if you can turn it around. Otherwise, if it's just not going to go your way, then it's not going to go your way. And walk away. It's okay to walk away. It's okay. One of the things I keep reading nowadays is, especially for women, we're taught all of our lives to be polite about everything. And it's not always, you don't have to be polite all the time. Sometimes you need to state what's on your mind because it's real. I mean, how often have you heard somebody say to a guy, well, you're not being very polite? Rarely. Maybe a few times, but rarely. How often do you hear it about a woman? All the time. So, hey, you don't have to be polite. But, this just seems like something's amiss. So I'd be mindful of that. I don't think it's horrible, just be mindful of it. Let's see what we've got for you on the Oracle end of things. Patience. We've seen that one too. I love this card. I love it aesthetically, artistically, and I think it carries a really, there's nothing wrong with patience. Who's the band? Who was that? Was there a song called Patience? Anyway, so patience. Wait. Be still. If you drew these cards, it's best to not take any action. Haziness I'm sorry, I pulled the cards before I did the, okay, it's all right. I'm gonna put this back again, just so we can keep an eye on it. So, and this may be kind of the center of the reading. Okay, let me start again. Wait, be still. If you drew this card, it's best to not take any action. Haziness covers your current path, and it's too difficult to see what lies ahead. Slow down, pause, do your best to remain patient. Everything will unfold just as it's meant to, according to a higher plan. The practice of remaining calm while awaiting the fruition of your desires will lead to inner peace and spiritual maturity. Your affirmation is, I trust in divine timing. I am calm, centered, and patient as I allow life to unfold in its own perfect way. I know what everything is. I know what I know that everything is happening exactly as it should. And that's almost, I mean, when you look at this, it's like nobody's, like I mentioned before, nobody's looking this way. Everybody's looking that way. And maybe you just need to pull the reins on everything, slow down, and look inward a little bit. Maybe there's some self reflection that needs to happen. So there's that. Water kids. Next, air signs. This will be an interesting one. I'm trying to have to go back to yesterday's reading to see if it gave me an inkling of what came down this afternoon, because that would be interesting. Okay, let's give these cards a cut for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Yep. Maybe this is a reading for today. You learned something. Your eyes have been opened. The sun is on the horizon. It is rising. People, the horse is stepping forward. You are fine. The flags are flying. You've learned something. It ended up being okay. Everything was illuminated because you did the work. You did the diligent work to find out what the heck was going on here, and you found out. So this is how this reading is reflecting on me. But I would say the same thing to you. Tomorrow may be a day of surprise. There may be something that is happens that kind of takes you off guard, surprises you, and changes things up quite a bit. But in the end, I think hopefully you will be in full knowledge of what, and it appears that you will be. Everything's going to be illuminated, and it's a good thing. And partially because of your hard work or the hard work of your team, but definitely the hard work of you. Some stuff has come into the program, into the light that has what am I trying to say? I'm at a loss for words today. That will move whatever this is along and transmute it into something that's going to be workable, that you can all work with. So I think that's a good thing. So this is such an interesting reading. Good job. Yeah. I think that's going to be a good thing. All the way around a good thing. And you're, oh, damn it. I need to leave the cards out before I pull the your oracle card, so we can see if it lines up. Diligence. There it is. Boom. It astounds me. Maybe this doesn't surprise others, but it surprises me because I'm still new at this. But it surprises me how often this particular oracle just kind of always hits the nail on the head. And it is kind of curious how kind of frequently we keep seeing the same cards. Which is kind of cool. I tend to read more on people's interactions with each other, and I do kind of come at it from assuming most of you are working, which I am not, which kind of makes it weird. But anyways, yeah. So I'm kind of it's just, I love this card, by the way. So, diligence. Bees are known for their industriousness and efficiency. They remind us the value of hard work, dedication, and perseverance in achieving our goals. Bees encourage you to be more dedicated now, apply conscientious effort toward achieving your goals and mastering your skills. Cultivate focused commitment and devotion, and nurture your dreams with steadfast persistence. Rewards typically follow due diligence. And there's your Sun card, due diligence. And really, this is rewards. Affirmation: I approach every task with unwavering dedication, knowing that my consistent efforts lead to success and fulfillment. Show this a little closer. This is such a great card. Get it in the sunshine. Diligence. Okay, thank you for that. That was a fun reading. And last but not least, the Earth people. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. Earth signs. What is up for the Earth tomorrow? For the Earth signs tomorrow. March 5th. Well, I always like seeing these two cards together. And whenever you look at the Nine of Wands, everybody think of it as a heavy burden, but also this guy is still upright. He's still moving along to his destination. He'll get home. He's fine. It's just a little harder work. He's got strength on his side, and he may feel like some of the weight he is pulling is not being... He may feel a little out in the cold on this stuff, that he's not quite getting the support that he would prefer. On the other hand, it's giving him a chance to kind of reflect on what got him in this situation to begin with, and understands that he's capable and able, and if he has to do it on his own, he will, with no worries, and he'll probably come out all the wiser, if I may read the Hermit card super literally. But yeah, so whatever burden you're carrying, trust that you've got the strength to get through it, and the wiseness of your mind to know that it's good. So you're good to go, I think. Oh, I'm gonna leave those there. Sorry. And your oracle card. Wish. That's pretty. The Wish card. Let's see what this has to say. Wish. Make a wish. This card represents a heartfelt desire or intention that holds the power of manifestation and potential to create positive change. It represents hope, faith, and the belief in the magic of dreams coming true. Plant seeds of desire now. Send strong intentions to the universe and watch the magic of manifestation unfold. Just be careful what you wish for. I'm surprised we didn't see the magician here looming over this reading, but I think what it says is that you're moving in that direction of you worked hard, you were carrying a load, but you are plenty strong, and you're going to see the light. You're fine. Affirmation: I know that every wish I make holds the power to create real miracles and blessings in my life. I carry unwavering faith in the universe to manifest my wish. And that's a beautiful sentiment for the Hermit card as well. So, wow. Okay, peeps. That was fun. So I hope you all have a great day. So my story is, oh my God. So I bought a couch about 2.5 years ago, which I absolutely adore. You've probably seen it in some of my videos. It's the perfect couch for me, except it's a couch built for people who are like at least 5'8" or 9 or 6 feet tall. It's a really deep couch, and I'm 4'11", so didn't think this through all the way. Aesthetically, it's perfect in my living room. I love it. I love the color. I love the fabric. I love everything about it. But I need about 8 pillows to prop me up because you just sink into it like like a big, comfy. I mean, it's super comfy, but it's not very practical because I really do most of my computer work and editing and that kind of stuff on the couch, and I literally have to prop myself up with a zillion pillows to do that, and I don't like that look. Number one, on a couch, it's annoying to have it out all the time like that. Call me picky, but that's the way I am. So, anyways, I in one of my ventures to Portland, or Seattle, actually, a couple of months ago. Pardon me. I decided to check out Room and Board, which I may have told. I don't know if I've told this story or not. I don't think I have, because they usually have really nice furniture. I just wasn't finding what I usually Crate and Barrel or West Elm. I did some thrifting. I just couldn't find anything that really rung my bell. And so I thought, you're going to be in Seattle. Go check out Room and Board. So I did, and I absolutely found a couch that's going to be perfect for me. So I was super excited about that. I kind of came home and decided to mull it over for a little bit. And then it ended up I was going back to Portland, and come to find out that Portland actually has a Room and Board showroom as well. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go in there and check it out one more time just to make sure. And so I did. And oh my God, I had a great chat with one of the sales guys there. They don't work on commission, so I knew I wasn't being led down a path. And in fact, I was explaining, I found one couch that I really, really liked, but it had tufted stuff, which I didn't care for. And it was a little high. The legs on it were like 7.5 inches, which is a little high. And I have this outlet that sits right under the couch, and you would be able to see it. And I wasn't very excited about that. And so he said, you look like you're having a dilemma. And I go, well, I am, because I love this couch, but it's perfect in terms of fit and size and length. But then the cons are this. And he goes, you should check out he gave me some name. And I said, do you have one here? And he goes, yeah, it's downstairs. Go check it out. So I did, and I sat on it, and I felt like Goldilocks. Like the couch here was too big, and the couch there was still not right. But when I sat down on this one, it was perfect, and I was so excited. So I ordered it. Of course, this was a couple of months ago. It was going to take till April to come, but good things take time, take patience, and I'm okay with that. So imagine my surprise when they called today to say your couch is ready, and what they have to do is wait for enough furniture to be ordered from Room and Board to come to my town to bring a truck over the pass. And so they kind of give you this kind of large window of, we're coming between this date and that date. And but anyways, so I went ahead and set that up. I still don't have a specific date, but at least I have a window. I have a conception of a plan. Anyways, so I thought, okay, we got to get ready. We got to sell my couch. So I had a consignment store here that I've worked with before that I really liked. And so I reached out to them. I just assumed they would love this couch. And but he's full up. He said he couldn't take it. He loved it too. He said it's a cool looking couch, but no. Which really bummed me out. And I find, fine, I'll go. And the last experience I had with selling something was on Craigslist. And it was one of these things where I listed this chair. I listed it for $50 and said firm, no haggling. And all I got were offers. Will you take 25? Will you take 30? Will you take 10? And I was I kind of wrote these people back, and I said, no, I said $50 firm. What would you consider? And they kept haggling. I was like, no, this is like being at a car lot. No, I'm not going to do that. So I finally just ended up donating it. And I actually told a guy who said to me, I think you're being unreasonable. I said, well, maybe I am. And I just donated the chair to Habitat for Humanity. That's how much I don't want to haggle with you people. Sorry, I wasn't being polite, but sometimes when you say firm, you mean it. And people just don't freaking believe you, and they just want to wear you out. Wear you down, wear you out. So anyways, so I decided not to do Craigslist, and I thought, well, I'll do Facebook Marketplace. I've always heard that's a pretty good place. So I put it together, I took pictures, got it all organized, put it up on Facebook at a really good price. Still expensive, but a good price. And I mean, I literally hit the button to publish it, and I started getting responses. Which, of course, my first thought was, oh crap! I should have asked way more. But the first person to respond Lenora, I'll use her name because I'm pretty darn sure that's not her name. Lenora announces that she wants to buy it and she'll offer me full price. And I was like, well, sweet. And then the other three offers that came through, almost the same thing. Full price. That's what I'm looking for that couch. Yes, please. I'll take it full price. So in a really back end part of my brain, a teeny red flag went up because I was like, that's a little too fast. And then Lenora writes and says, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send you the money for it. And I'm like, well, uh, oh, but then she writes and says, I'm gonna send you the money for it. And then she says, oh, what kind of shape is it in? And I'm like, shouldn't you ask that question before you say you're gonna send the money? Flag number 2. Was I listening to my flags? Was I seeing them? No, because I was all excited about selling the couch. And then she says, okay, do you do Zelle? Which I do. I've never received money via Zelle, but I've sent money via Zelle, which is kind of a Venmo-like thing. I don't know. But it's always been legit. The person that I sent money to always received it. So I thought it was a legit thing. Anyway, so she says, okay, I'm sending it right now. Okay, it's sent. And I'm like, wow, okay. And then, well, first of all, she asked me for my phone number. And I felt I didn't want to give her that. And she goes, well, if you could just send me an email, I can send it that way. And I was like, okay. So she gives me an email. I mean, I give her my email, which I figure everybody in the mother has that, so it's no big deal. Sent the email, and then she sent like, okay, I sent the money. You should be getting an email from Zelle saying you received it. I was like, okay. Sure enough, bing, in my inbox is a thing from Zelle. But it read like it had been typed by somebody who definitely did not have English as a second language. Just missed tenses, missed verbs. Spelling was good, so good for that, but it just seemed weird. And I went on to my bank to see if it had received. Well, okay, let me get back to the email. So the email said, oh, sorry. Oh, and, God, sorry. This is the first time telling the story, so I got to back up again. She said, by the way, I'm a business account. I hope that's not an issue. And I'm like, I didn't even know they had different forms, but I said, it shouldn't be. I don't think so. So then I get this email that announces that she's sending from a business Zelle account, and I am not. I'm not approved for that. So I need to go in and respond to that email or call this phone number, which was not an 800 number, to get my account set up for this fee. And for the bother, I will receive an additional $500. So then that's when the big red flag went up, and I was like, okay, wait. This is not going to plan at all. And I wrote, and she kept saying, I heard from Zelle, they're saying your account's locked because of blah blah blah. So, can you go ahead and respond to them and get it unlocked? And so I wrote to her and I said, actually, I don't really trust this email. I'm on the phone with my bank. And she goes, well, you should just call the phone number on this Zelle email that you received. And I'm like, well, it's not an 800 number, and as I said, I don't really trust the email, so I'm just going to go through my bank to see if it's legit. And then what else did she write? Oh, she goes, oh, I see what's going on. She goes, okay, what I need to do with Zelle, she goes, I'm on the phone with Zelle right now, and they're telling me to send you an additional $500. So technically, according to the email, my account can't accept $1,500. But if the person sending the money raises it to $2,000, then my account can accept it. So she writes back and says, so I'll go ahead and send the additional $500, but you have to promise. I mean, I'll do this. I don't have a problem doing this, but you have to promise to refund me the $500 after I do that. Big, huge red flag number 2. And this whole time I'm on hold with my bank because I didn't call the number that was on the email. I went on to Google and said Zelle customer service number and got a 1-800 number. And I called that, and basically what they said is, if you have a problem with Zelle, call your bank. It's through your bank. Zelle is a whatever, like an app that your bank is using and that you're using. We don't really control what goes on with your bank does. It's like, fine. So I finally got in touch with the bank, which I was really, that's a whole nother story because my bank, you used to be able to call and get somebody on the phone pretty much right away, just by saying agent or representative or zero or whatever talking. Now it's just this phone tree of crap that I don't need. So finally, I said fraud, and that got a response. And so finally, I get to somebody who clearly doesn't hardly even know what Zelle is. But I said, "Do you have anybody on staff that knows about Zelle?" And she goes, "Hold, please." So I'm like, "Okay, good. That was fast." So I finally get somebody, and she says, no, do not do anything further with this person." She goes, "First of all, if she had sent you money, Zelle would not be the people contacting you. It would be us. Your bank would be contacting you with." And she goes, "And I don't know of any stipulations that require you to not receive the money. It's not like a credit card where you have a certain limit, and to have that limit lifted if they send you extra money." She goes, "No, that's no, just step away." And she goes, "And I would also take a moment to redo your username and password on your bank account." And I'm like, done. Although the only information she has for me, because she was going to come by and see it, so she did have my address and she has my email, but she doesn't have my phone number, and I don't think she could get too far with those two things because those things are fairly public. So I'm not, you could Google me and get all that information, so it's no big deal. Um, and so I wrote her back and I said, "I'm sorry, the bank's never heard of you. The bank has not heard of this. They have not received any money from Zelle. They would have contacted me if they had. It's not showing on the bank, so I don't know what's going on with Zelle and you, but I am not going to go further with just this transaction." And she was like, "Well, wait, but if I send you more money," I said, no, we're not going forward. I will not respond to any more of your messages. So that was the end of that. And then I'd had 5 other people respond. I mean, literally within 10 minutes of publishing this couch. And so I just went back to most of them and said, declined, because all of them were offering me money. They said, "Yeah, we'll give you full price." Decline. And then this one guy, he says, I said, "I'm sorry, the item is no longer for sale." And he goes, "Why not?" And I said, "Because I just got scammed through Facebook Marketplace and I no longer trust it. So I'm not, the item is no longer for sale." And he goes, "Well, scammed how?" And I thought, okay. I wrote back, I said, "Actually, that's none of your business. The item is no longer for sale." And that was the end of that conversation. So, oh my God, people. So be careful out there. I'm really glad that I had a couple of red flags niggling at me. I'm really glad I took the time to call my bank. And honest to God, when I read that email, one of the things Zelle has said on the web, they said, now if you get an email from us, one of the tellers that it's not us or that it's a scam is the email sender. The address will not be, or if it's a legit email from us, it will be either Zelle.com or ZellePay.com, and that's who sends the email. And when I first looked at the email, it said ZellePay, something else behind it, and I said, "Oh no, that's legit." But then I went back and looked at it after all of this. Once you kind of fine tune your spidey senses, I went in and it was actually said Zelle Pay and then this gibberish, Commerce US PET blah blah blah, and I was like, oh my God, total scam. And I just assumed the 4 people who were willing to put up money immediately were also scammers. And I was talking to my neighbor because they do a lot of fake Facebook Marketplace, but she said that their stuff is pretty easy. Ski boots and vests, hunting vests and things, rarely over $100. And she goes, "I don't think we're very ripe for scams because of that." But she goes, when you have almost a $2,000 couch on there, suddenly they figure you want the money and you'll jump through a couple of hoops to get it. And anyway, so I'm just really thankful that my spidey sense eventually went off and that I didn't give up too much information, although I just feel like a freaking idiot for giving out my address and email. But the bottom line is I've got my credit locked. I have got that for a while, and I've got everything else on alert, so I'm not worried about it. But still, there you go. So be forewarned, people. There are scammers out there, and don't buy into the, well, I'll send you more money than I owe you, but then you refund me, because that's where. So I mean, I don't know if they ever would have picked up the couch. I doubt they would have, but they would have. I would have refunded the $500, and that's what I would be out at the end of the day. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. Anyways, so that's my story. Oh my gosh. Anyways, everybody, have a great day tomorrow. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.